Hello, BookTube. I'm feeling a bit down today, so maybe doing a tag for Tag Tuesday will cheer me up. So I'm going to be doing the chess book tag. This tag was created by Aaron Reads a Book, and I saw it on Steve Donoghue. I will leave links to both channels in the show notes down below, as well as a copy of the questions if you wish to do the questions yourself, or do the tag yourself. Anyway, let's go. Pawn, a book about a lowly character that rises through the ranks. So for this prompt, I'm going to go with Naruto by Masashi Kishimoto. Naruto is the story of Naruto Uzumaki, a young trainee ninja that on the day of his birth, a nine-tailed demon fox attacked his home village of Konoha. The leader of the village at the time, the Hokage, sealed the demon fox into newborn Naruto. This resulted in Naruto becoming the outcast of the village, the pariah. And he compensated for this by becoming a prankster, a trickster, and by aspiring to become Hokage himself, to force the village to acknowledge his existence. Naruto starts the story as a student, and he graduates to becoming an apprentice ninja, a genin. And eventually, as the series progresses, Naruto eventually at the end becomes Hokage in the epilogue, and is the Hokage for much of the sequel series, Boruto. So, my prompt, response to that prompt. Okay. Rook, a book that features a castle, a tower, or a chariot. For this prompt, I'm going to go with A Distant Mirror by Barbara W. Tuchman. There's a tower and a castle on the cover. And so A Distant Mirror is the biography of a French nobleman named Enguerrand de Courcy VII. And the book opens with a kind of a tour of de Courcy's castle, even though it is currently in ruins and has been in ruins for several centuries now. But at the time, it was in his own day, it was one of the most magnificent castles in France. Knight, a book about an animal or animals. Bonus points if it is a horse. So for this, I'm going to go with Horse by Elaine Walker. This is part of the Reaction Animal series. So Reaction Books puts out a series of small books about different animals. And the books explore the natural history, biology, cultural criticism, and other aspects of interest about these animals. I have often toyed with the idea of purposely collecting the series, but while a number of the animal series are excellent, I really enjoyed reading them. I don't know if I'm going to go back to them, and I've had this decidedly mixed reaction with the series, so I don't think I'm actually going to collect them. So, anyway, let's go back and keep charging the tablet. Bishop, a book that features religious characters or members of a church. Bonus points for a bishop. So I'm going to go with Priest of Bones by Peter McLean. This is the first book in the War for the Rose Throne series. It was originally a trilogy. I think it has since grown into a quartet. It's about a criminal named Thomas Piety who was conscripted into a war, and he eventually became his unit or his squadron's priest for one of their war goddesses. And so when he and his group returned to his hometown of home city of Ellenberg, he basically incorporates his religious vocation or assignment into his criminal operations as a further means of cementing loyalty amongst his new crew, since much of his original organization fell apart either through the vagaries of war or rival gangs taking over his turf. Queen, a book with a strong female character. For this, I'm going to go with a biography, and in fact, I could do this for both Queen and King, but I will just use this for Queen, and that is Maria Theresa, the Habsburg Empress in her time, by Barbara Stollberg-Rilinger, translated by Robert Savage. So this is a big biography of Maria Theresa, who was Archduchess of Austria, Holy Roman Empress, and was very much one of the dominating figures of the mid and late 18th century. And finally, for King, a book about a monarch or ruler. While I could have stuck with Maria Theresa, I'm going to go with King of the World by Philip Mansel. This is a biography of Louis XIV, and this takes a more global approach or look at Louis's reign rather than a more Franco-centric one. And finally, in Passant, tag some people. If you would like to do this tag, you're tagged. So, anyway, BookTube, until I see you next time, thank you, have a great afternoon, and stay safe.